Hey, I'm Ali P and you are watching Street TV. Well, this week I went and caught up with Amanda Palmer, who is probably more well known for being the Dresden Dolls. This chick is on fire. There is nothing stopping this woman. Her act is incredible and you've probably heard of her blog site, Amanda effing Palmer. You should check it out if you haven't. She recently collaborated with Ben Folds and was out here doing her solo thing.
Oh, what a noble, distinguished collection of fine little friends you have made.
Thanks so much for joining us on Street TV. I was really intimidated about doing this interview.
Why?
Until I went and read like the majority of your blog. I couldn't stop reading it. And then I just felt like I wanted to give you a hug. We're going to give you a hug. Yay! How's Australia going this time around?
Australia.
Yeah? Welcome back.
I'm gonna move here.
You should.
I'm thinking about it all the time.
Tell us about your relationship with the piano.
It's a love-hate relationship, actually. Since I wasn't classically trained, and I was always resisting practicing and resisting lessons, and would sort of like sit down and bang on it to write songs and get out my aggression, I always felt like a fake piano player.
Well, you're not, clearly.
No, but what I do is like very specific to my thing, and I spent my whole life just feeling really insecure around people who could read music and really play well. And I think that there's totally different kinds of musicians. And there's no wrong and right. And I mean, one of the things that actually helped me overcome the piano issue was hearing so many classical players come up to me saying like, I wish I could play the way you play, I wish I could improvise, I wish I could do that, I wish I could just sit. And it's just that you gotta just like take what you got and be okay with it. Art is weird. Art is, I think, you know, the best art usually comes from some moment of inspiration where you've got some idea, you're not really sure where it came from, it floated into your head, and then you need to somehow manifest it. Whether you're a sculptor, painter, writer, filmmaker, whatever. Well, performance, I mean, I think when I hear the words performance art, I think of something that's just applied to everything.
Yeah.
That's why when I was in my early 20s, I thought, you know, if I ever had to define myself, I would just call myself a performance artist. Because I'm an artist who performs. And it's actually, it's what I like to do.
Yeah.
Performing is, I think, you know, probably if I had to sort of blanket statement, like, what is it that you love? I love performing.
Yeah.
The songs kind of take me there. They give me something to do on stage when I'm performing.
Good.
Why on earth would I leave you propped up in here when you so love the patterns laid out on the bed with dozens of colors of thread, but you've got the needle. I guess that's the point.
Like a friendship.
Like a diary almost?
No, it's a diary, it's sort of personal.
Yeah.
The blog is sort of like, it's a cross between that and an actual friendship. It's like this shit I would talk about sitting at breakfast with my friends.
And
I mean, I just feel really grateful that I like my fans and that they're cool people and that I can talk to them and that there's a great sort of back and forth. And I don't just feel like some anonymous rock star who has these anonymous fans where there's no connection. Because that sounds really boring. I'm not some like random, you know, corporate entity that is a product. I'm a person. And if this person over here likes what I do and wants to come see my shows or listens to my music for free, they should want to somehow give back.
Yeah.
So whether it's donating money on my website or buying a t-shirt or, you know, somehow getting involved in a way that I can still live and make money and do it, we're gonna have to figure out a way because things are changing drastically and they're changing quickly. I mean, I have a feeling that in 5 years maybe, CDs are just gonna be gone now. Yeah. So, and then the question is like, how is an artist, I mean, it's a whole other question, and I feel lucky because I got in on the wave, but what if you're starting out?
Yeah.
Like, how do you find the money to make a record? I think only the real will survive.
Well, that's the thing, though.
Because I think the age of the manufactured music is going to have to kind of pass. The important thing, I think, is that musicians and young artists are going to have to get over the idea that being successful means that you're a star and you're rich.
Untouchable, yeah.
And that millions and millions of people love you and that you're going to be on huge billboards and that you're going to sell millions of records. That's just going to be a thing of the past. And if you... But I think that that's going to level the playing field really nicely, because it means that if you want to really be a musician, then it's just kind of like, it's a job. It's a job, and it's hard work, and you're going to make a living, but you're not going to be, you know, like taken everywhere in a stretch limo, snorting coke off strippers' tits every night. It's just not going to happen.
Damn it!
When I talk to younger musicians and they ask me, like, how do you do it? What do you do? It's like, if you don't love performing and you don't love the idea of meeting your fans and doing that whole thing and touring and working hard, and you want it to be easy and you just want to be recognized and famous, you should just forget it. I have a book that has just gone to the publisher, gone to the printer, that is coming out in May, and it is a limited edition, 10,000 copy book of about 100 photographs with stories by Neil Gaiman, the sci-fi writer, who I have found isn't as known in Australia as he is in America and the UK, but he is an incredible writer, really, really gifted. He also just put out a film called Coraline, based on one of his books, and the book is awesome.
What's your involvement in that?
Well, it's all photographs of my corpse in different places in the world, including the Ballarat Wildlife Preserve in Australia with kangaroos looking at my corpse.